Hello everybody and welcome to my comic review. I am Rainbow Red Panda and today I am going to be reviewing Dexter number 2. Now, I read the first one like the day it came out and I really enjoyed it, and it was probably like one of my favorite things that I'd read that week. And the second one came out a couple weeks ago and I just read it this morning. I was a little bit of a slacker. And I liked it. I didn't like it as much as I liked the first one. But the thing that I do like about this one is that it doesn't exactly follow the same characters necessarily. Like, in my own personal opinion, I think that if you couldn't get your hands on the first one, I know that it's went to second print already, and I'm not sure if the second printing has sold out or not. But I do know that it went to second print. My comic store had a couple of them, and instead of red, like the typical Dexter, everything was blue, which it looked really strange. I was like, this is not right, but that's just, you know, the look that they gave the second printing. So if the second print sells out, I'm not sure if it will go to a third print or if they just will cut it off and say that's it. But it does seem to be a fairly popular title. It is by Marvel, which is something that surprised me, but I don't know, they seem to be doing well with it, so I guess they made the right decision to publish it. But back to my original point, the first one sort of was, it was definitely a setup issue. It shows like Dexter going to his high school reunion and meeting one of his old foes from high school, I guess. It was this bully. And in the second one, it doesn't really have, I mean, the bully is still there, Dexter's there, but they're the only two characters that were really in the first issue at all. His wife is not in it at all. It's mainly him and his sister. They're investigating this crime. They're convinced that this bully that he went to high school with had something to do, you know, with the case. So it's sort of just like an investigation, just typical investigation like you would see, you know, on television, which Dexter is a television show, but it's a book first. So that's kind of where this comes in. And I said in the first review, and I've read reviews and articles and things, this whole, like, miniseries of these Dexter comics are based off of a story that Jeff Lindsay did, but from what I can tell and what I have read, and I may be wrong, so if so, I'm sorry, but from what I've been able to tell, this isn't a story that has been completely written by Lindsay previously. You get bits and pieces of the story from reading other Dexter books, and it's not really touched in this series at all. I think it mentions maybe his thing with this bow, but this particular story is not something that's mentioned. So if you're a Dexter fan, this is sort of like a, I don't know, a branch of something that may or may not have happened. But once again, I haven't read any of the Dexter books, and I still haven't watched any of the shows. Hopefully coming up I can finally start Dexter, if it's on Netflix, I don't know. But I plan on watching it eventually, so you guys should definitely check out the comic. This issue wasn't as interesting as I thought. I had, I guess, really high expectations just based off the first one, but it wasn't horrible. I don't know, I mean, it was full of new information, but it's just something that I think that the most exciting issue is left to come. And in waiting on reading this, actually, the new issue comes out today. So if you guys watch this video the day that I made it, you can go out and get the third Dexter today and possibly pick up number 1 and number 2 if you haven't already. I don't know, like I said, I thought this one was interesting. I think that now it's pretty much going to stay, you know, him and his sister trying to figure out, you know, this what happened with this murder investigation. I think that's pretty much how it's going to play out for the rest of the series, but we'll see. I'm excited to see how it figures out, though, for sure, because I do think it's going to get really interesting. This one wasn't the most interesting issue, but, you know, you can't have every issue be exciting. So, I don't know, that's my review. It wasn't a super awesome comic, but I was definitely glad that I bought it, and I think that if you read the third one and you haven't read the second one, that you will be completely confused. But if you, for some reason, cannot pick up the first one, I think that you will be okay. He pretty much goes into the major parts of the first one in the second one. So if you missed out, then it's no big loss, I guess. If you just want to save $3, then, you know, don't buy the first one, I guess. But I would still recommend it if you can get your hands on it, because, I don't know, I liked it a lot. I will post the link for my first review below if you guys didn't catch it. And I don't know, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I also read this comic while giving blood. So I don't know, maybe that's why I liked it so much, because it was just kind of weird, like Dexter and then giving blood, I don't know. But this is the second issue, like I said, so check it out. And the third one comes out today, so check that out as well. So that is my review, and I will see you guys with my next one. Bye!